It is my intention that any woman watching this, by the end of this entire video, will be reinvigorated towards life. She will have completely set fire to any hopelessness and despair and be reignited with the fire of the potential for feminine beauty and creativity and wild success. So everyone who's existing in this current state that we have right now, right? We have capitalism, right? You cannot escape capitalism and still live in this society that we have going. So everyone is kind of compromised on some level. But I was really blind to how I had been programmed into this mindset. I thought that as long as I didn't, date a man who was an alcoholic or a druggie, that I was doing the right thing. If I dated a guy who had a job and drove a car and I got to meet his parents and he told me he loved me, wow, this was amazing, right? Of course I learned that that's not the case. And years of being in relationships with these type of people, it really wore me down. And even though I wasn't paying money to these men, okay, or giving them my children's lunch out of the fridge, I was giving so much of the most precious thing that we have in this life, which is my time. I wasted years and years and hours crying over relationships that were completely useless, other than my wanting them in order to fill some kind of emotional void that I had. And what I didn't realize was part of what attracted these men to me, like a flower draws nectar, was my life essence, was my creativity, was my special magic energy, my gift of speech and of advice and of nurturing that I should have been putting into a business in order to lay a foundation for my life. I was giving it to these men who just drank it up and walked away. I see so many women throwing this energy away, that if we harness that level of care, of perfectionism, of concern, of beauty, of love into something that can actually sustain us, then we're able to invest into ourselves. We're able to inspire our community, to be there for our children, to pursue our hobbies and give our gifts to the world. And that is something that I had to learn the hard way. Guys, I got divorced 3 years ago, and I moved to Mexico because I knew I could not survive in Canada without the sun anymore. I had heard that they have great friendships and a sense of family here, which has proven to be true. And also, I was just starting over from like zero. I had some money saved, but I had to start all over again, and with a broken heart and with a shattered, disillusioned idea of what my life could be. I was really planning my life around being in a relationship with a man. I always wanted to be a farmer. I honestly still don't recommend being a farmer as a woman by yourself out in a farm alone, right? You have to develop a different community around that if you're not going to be in a relationship with a man, which is a possibility that those of us who have raised our standards may face. And during all this time, through the women that I've been coaching, I keep hearing the same thing over and over again, that some of them are stuck with men, stuck in these relationships because they haven't developed their skills, because it's too expensive to be on their own, because they don't have the community support of a family, and that's probably why they ended up in these toxic relationships in the first place. Remember that you're not alone on this journey. This is a collective awakening that the world is going through now, and so much good is coming out of it already. So much good has come out of it for me. I have changed the genetics in my family. I have changed the traumatic history that I was handed as soon as I was born, of women who were stuck. I found that when I devote myself to my gifts and to my community, that I'm actually devoting myself to God. And all the beauty you desire for your life will become available to you. I hope you have the courage to believe in yourself no matter what decisions you make from here going forward. If you'd like to learn more about the first steps you can take towards starting a business, go ahead and check out this video that I made. It's an oldie but a goodie. Thanks so much for watching. See you again soon. Bye for now. In the heart of life's wilderness, amidst the grind of daily existence, lies the sacred thread of your soul's purpose. Something is calling. Maybe you experience it as a feeling of being restless, lost, unfulfilled in some way. You were meant for something more. The voice, wisdom, stories, and dreams of your higher calling were meant to sparkle like guiding stars in the sky of your family lineage, not remain hidden forever. How did the ancient women structure their lives such that male warriors encountering them would later describe them as the fiercest, most determined adversaries of incredible courage and audacity? And how can we draw from their influence in modern life and leave a legacy of our own?